Today, I'm happy to introduce you to my office. My name is Natalie Koval, and I'm married by Natalie agency owner, matchmaker with lots of couples between foreign men and Ukrainian women. And I am broadcasting now from my office. You've just been to my little meeting room where I'm introducing men and women when they just want to have a quick meeting. And this is my main office. With the entrance door, and it's quiet today because I'm alone. I came to make this video especially for the message that I want to convey, because the message is about why Ukrainian women, like foreign men, why they consider relocation. So this is where we sit, this is where we make the magic happen, and this is my room, that's my office where I sit and make my magic happen. So please welcome to visit Marriage by Natalie Agency, and this is my map of conquering the world. Some guys hate this map because some of the videos were recorded here, but it's a place where we invite our clients, men and women, and we perform the main action. But a lot of action is going online, a lot of action is going on the phone, sending messages, introducing people before they come and meet personally. And now I will be answering the questions why Ukrainian women consider relocation, why they like foreign men. I've prepared to this video by talking to the women that are my clients, by asking them this specific question: why do you consider relocation? Why do you think a foreign man would be a better option than a Ukrainian man? And first of all, I would like to say that this is a specific group of Ukrainian women, because not all Ukrainian women know that foreign men are great. Most of Ukrainian women think foreigners are just sex tourists coming to Ukraine, having fun, enjoying discos, and playing around with girls. Some Ukrainian women have experience of good communications with foreign men because they are working for international companies, because they see these men as family people. They interact somehow in business sphere with foreign men, and these are the women that are usually coming to the agency because their vision of life is a little bit broader than just a woman who goes to work, works like a simple accountant, doesn't even have an ambition to consider that there are men that are different somewhere else than in Ukraine. So first of all, women that come and register with international marriage agency are women that have international mindset, that are thinking out of the box, that have traveled, women who have some sort of understanding that world is a big village. They are having cosmopolitan mentality and not afraid of foreigners. They are not thinking they are total strangers, but I think they might be good men who might also be willing to create families. So now we will talk about these reasons, as girls, as ladies that are my clients have stated. So I've put down this information, but before we start, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because I'm sharing important information about international relationship, about reasons why people are coming to an international matchmaker looking for a big challenge of bringing a person over from another part of the world and creating a family together. What is going on in this sphere, or why people are going through the challenges and jumping through the fire hoops and succeed, how they succeed, what are the clues, what are the tips for their successes, and how you can do the same, win, and have the greatest relationship in your life you've ever dreamt of. So stay subscribed with Marriage by Natalie channel, And let's talk about reasons why Ukrainian women like foreign men. It's also not only why they like foreign men, but it will also answer the question why Ukrainian women think that it is better for her to move and they are not afraid of moving to another country rather than men's coming to Ukraine and living here together. So that is also going to be the answer. So let's start. Reason number one, women that are registered with my agency who answered these questions say and believe from their experience, from their communications with foreign men, that foreign men are more family oriented. They believe and they see good family examples of their girlfriends who are happily married to a foreigner, of some colleagues that have a husband as a foreigner, and they see this family pattern and they want the same. Is it true? Well, you have all the chances to prove it, because I travel and I see the same. Well, I see different people, but when I see families, they're really great. And that is motivating Ukrainian women, because what they see with Ukrainian reality, with some of the Ukrainian men, is that men do not put the same effort into family chores, family responsibilities, children. I would say it's more conscious approach. Foreign men are more conscious. The society, with the laws, with the enforcement of paying the alimony even, or with the marriage laws, have created very serious and very predictable background how men would not only say, oh, I will be loving husband forever, but also prove it with his actions and do what he says. Reason number two is they say, Ukrainian women say, that foreign men are more involved into child rearing process, and they may forget the woman they were married to if they divorce, but they will never forget their children. And I should 100% agree with this statement, because what I see is exactly the same. I have funny situations when a woman is relocating to another country, a guy has a child, and a girl is becoming jealous to the child because the way the man treats his daughter or his son is something that the woman has never seen in Ukraine, because our men are not that involved with playing with their children, fooling around with their children, educating their children. Well, actually, educating their children is true. Men really put a lot of effort into it. They do the home tasks, but very often that's the only thing that the man is involved with. I remember my father spending a lot of time teaching me math and explaining me things I couldn't perceive. But I don't remember my dad playing with me. Playing in the playground and doing, when I grew up, it's like playing with your friends. I mean, I have a newspaper to read or something else to do. Friends to drink with, for example. So foreign men are definitely great fathers. They're not afraid of changing diapers. They are not worried about sitting with a kid when the kid is sick. Well, I'm lucky. Now my husband is babysitting our youngest daughter. She's not feeling well. She didn't go to school today. And I'm blessed with that type of a husband. He is a dedicated daddy. And like, I wish more Ukrainian women had that kind of a husband. But that's more an exception than a norm. More, our men are involved in their jobs, in their friends, in their, some of them in their drinking or whatever else, but not into their kids. Reason number three, healthy lifestyle. Foreign men take better care of themselves and go to gym, keep themselves fit and healthy, check their health more often. and look younger. That's true. Very often, I see, especially with Northern American gentlemen, that they are very, very like active in that respect. A man will brag about his achievement in a gym. He will have the latest health scan, which would be kind of rare to have with a Ukrainian gentleman. He will go to a doctor if something hurts, for example. And foreign men usually look younger, and they think younger, and they behave younger. And that's why I see sometimes in a greater age difference between man and woman if I have all the checks in the boxes that the guy works out and leads a healthy lifestyle. So that's true. True, I agree with my ladies clients that foreign men have greater health achievements. And ecological situation abroad is also better. The great sustainability goals and protection of the nature works actually abroad. It's only, for example, in Colorado, I can see deer jumping. It's only from California, I can receive pictures from a client with donkeys walking on the streets. It's in Paris, when I walk on the streets and I see some squirrels or even rats jumping near the Eiffel Tower, big rats like this, nobody's hunting them. I mean, in Kyiv, you can't see that. Rats, yeah, you can't see that. So the nature is cleaner and people are healthier in general. Reason number 4. Ukrainian women see, and they have proven, and I have proven this with many examples of my clients, that foreign men grow personally throughout their life. They, regardless of their age, they find new goals to achieve and they move on. They learn a new hobby, they start a new trade, they start a new business. Some of them start new education at the age of 55. Somebody reboot their entire life at the age of 60. Some of them are like going for the 5th wife at the age of 65. And that is easy because emotional mobility is a prerogative, I would say, of Western society, because you guys have been in this for longer time than ourselves. We are more reactive in that respect. And here we have so many challenges, so many stresses in the society that people are losing their power, especially men, and struggling with so much effort that you don't have power anymore to grow. And Western society in this respect has started this attitude, I would say, at least 40 years ago. We got this tendency and this trend at least 15 years ago, with life coaches coming into the market, with different trainings, with personal growth events, with people's openness to this kind of phenomena. And now our men are learning also. They go to learn how to pick up girls, so they learn pickup skills. They go and learn some Tony Robbins' franchisees. They go to Ukrainian coaches that are type of Tony Robbins style technique, and they move forward. But foreign men started this some time ago, and they are continuing doing that. And one more thing that I want to add to this is that the stresses of war, the stresses of economical instability weren't and aren't that hard in the Western society. It's more predictable. And mothers who were raising their sons, who became my foreign men clients, gave them more love, attention, and care. That gave the power to men of understanding and putting the self-esteem in the right place. And men are more in, focused on self-realization and the power that I'm worthy, I'm a good person. Foreign guys just have more of it because their mothers were doing it to them, let's say 40 years ago, when now as a mother I'm giving it to my children. So we got it later because we had very severe reality of the Soviet Union collapse and Soviet Union stigmas and being part of the system mentality, when the individualism in the Western society was nurtured by peoples supporting each other in a different way than we did. So, and another feature is that in Ukraine we are criticizing a lot, and that's a love language. I was talking about it in my other videos, but I will say again here, if you hear your girlfriend criticizing you about you're not doing this right, you're not saying it right, she doesn't hate you. She just wants you to improve and wants you to be better, wants you to be better boyfriend, and that kills a Western man. Guys, that ruins relationship completely when a man is not immune to that, if his mom wasn't criticizing him enough. And surviving the criticism helps when guys are coming to me and asking me advice about surviving the criticism, and it works. But being emotionally stable, being emotionally nurtured by proper mother's support and education and home surrounding and more stable situation in the society is given the Western man that ability to grow, to develop as personality, and to self-realize himself in a better way as compared to the mentality of Ukrainian men. Women say that foreign men take the responsibility for their woman and their family and their children easier and stronger. They may not get married if they're not sure about that, but once he is sure, he knows what to do, he has enough money, he's taking the responsibility, he can provide, he can participate in child rearing process, and he is there 100% because it's a value for him. In our society, family was a necessity to survive, to be married because you have to be married, a social stigma. And I would say there is a more conscious approach to creating family and to taking the responsibility for making it for the future. So yes, the Western society is much stronger about that. Well, I'm not idealizing, please understand me right. I would never say that Western men are perfect, Ukrainian men are terrible. No, I'm married to a Ukrainian man, and I will always support the national reproduction system. Ukrainian men are great, but they are surviving so much stress, and they are less stress resistant than Ukrainian women that it makes some Ukrainian women open their horizons and consider foreign men as partners. So now we continue talking about foreign men as good partners and why Ukrainian women like foreign men and consider relocation as an option. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will be making more streams. I will be giving more useful information about creating a relationship with a Ukrainian woman and succeeding it the best way possible for you guys. In general, Ukrainian women say that foreign men are kinder, they're more considerate, they are more emotionally stable. And I was talking before about the stresses that Ukrainian guys have to go through. The instability in the society, the economical instability, the mistrust between people, and you always have to expect that something will happen, something will go wrong, somebody will cheat on you, somebody will cheat on you with money, with some obligations, with some responsibilities. We always expect something to go wrong. You can't be mentally stable, but women somehow are balancing themselves. Men are harder to balance themselves. And as psychologist, as a coach, also I'm directing men to that direct, how they can improve it, how they can work on it. But Ukrainian men are reluctant to trust that, hey, there is somebody that can actually help me. They rely on themselves because that's part of the society. And oh, got it. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for your comment. Big hug from Ukraine. Thank you, Ken. So please write your comments, by the way. I see people watching me now, and I don't want to make it a monologue. Please write your questions in your comments and ask things you want to hear. Ask uncomfortable questions. Ask tricky things, and I will tell you everything I know about the matter. So let's continue. In general, Ukrainian women say that foreign men are kinder. And some of them see it right away. Some of them see it later, when they start going out with a guy, when they spend more time together, when they learn more about each other. And generally, yes, men are kinder because they grew up in a kinder, more stable, and more balanced society. Let's move forward. This is a reason about relocation. Women answered that when a man has a stable job, a house, predictable situation in his own country, he's realized there's no point in his selling everything and moving to Ukraine. If he is a free business owner that has business here and something there and something everywhere, then it's easier for him and he's more mobile. But once he's settled in his country, of course, a woman would rather move to a settled place because she doesn't have to create a new nest. The nest already exists. And talking about the nest, I would like to comment about a house. Because in our society, if you own property, you're cool. If you rent property, you are a questionable candidate. Because why on earth you are 50 years old and you don't have your own real estate yet? Well, some women say, well, I explained that you have to pay taxes. If your job means that you are relocating every 2 years, then it doesn't make sense. It's just easier for you to rent a place and keep the money, save the money, and then invest it together when you find a wife. They don't believe it. Because here, you're homeless if you rent an apartment. Sort of homeless. You have a house, but it's not yours. So you aren't strong enough. Having the nest and bringing your wife into a specific place that belongs to you gives you much higher chances to get the right woman into your life. That's a big bonus. And the 8th reason. Women say that if a man has to relocate to Ukraine, he will have to start from zero. New business, new life, new contacts, everything is new. And I have an experience, I have a couple of friends whose husbands relocated to Ukraine. And I want to give an example of a family. They are now, she's like 45, he's 50. Both architects, and he moved from Italy to Ukraine. I can talk about this situation because she's shown their love story numerous times on TV, and the lady's talking about it. So she said when he first came to Ukraine, well, he loved it and all was great, but when he relocated, she says, I turned into a man. He didn't know he knew, but he couldn't go by himself to a governmental office to take care of his documents. He could only go to an embassy. And he started working with an embassy and providing some services related to embassy. But initially, he couldn't do anything. He was literally helpless as compared to his position in Italy, where he grew up and got his education and got everything in his life. And it took them 2 years, and the lady said that she almost gave up on it because she says, I was feeling I was a man in relationship, taking him by hand and going with him to even a doctor because he couldn't speak enough Russian, and she didn't trust every doctor. Plus, now there are more international English-speaking doctors. Those times there weren't that many. So that's a greater challenge. Although there are guys who built businesses in Ukraine because their business at home means international development and means they can build this business anywhere else in the world and they will do it well. Those types of guys are great to relocate, but it's better for them to come on their own several times to Ukraine, learn the market, learn the society. For example, come to my matchmaking consultation, receive a qualified approach, coaching about how you can do it from the perspective of both creating a business and creating a successful family and building your strategy and going step by step into the future together, into building your fortune here in Ukraine as a business and creating a family at the same time. That is possible. And there are guys who are doing that. If you need a consultation from me, there are my contacts in the description to this video. Please make sure you write me a message. Or you can get my phone, and best way to reach me is sending me a WhatsApp message with your name, your country, a little bit of information of yourself and your question. That will be best. I answer this kind of messages the fastest. And to summarize our conversation today, I don't see any questions yet. Maybe you guys that are watching me now have something to ask. Maybe you have some ideas to share. Please share your comments or ask your questions. I will wait for another, let's say, 5 minutes, and I will wind up our session today. So, do Ukrainian women want to relocate from Ukraine, or just come to me only because they want to move out of Ukraine because they have terrible life there? The answer is no. Most of these women live well, and they have realized themselves in Ukraine very well. Some of them are very well. But they are tired to struggle on their own. They are tired of the stresses in the society. They are tired of numerous revolutions that are happening. They are tired of the unpredictability of the situation, and they want a companion. They want somebody they will love, somebody, but they want it all. They want somebody who will solve all this problem of instability. Plus, they will be attracted to this man, and they can create a future together, family, have children, if there is such a goal. And while I'm waiting for some of your questions, I would like to share several the descriptions of several women I've recently interviewed. Woman number one, I call her a lady model who is a farmer. Have you ever heard of these two? A mixture of a farming model, let's say. A girl who is tall, slender, blonde, Julia Roberts type of face style. Really, when she turns like this, she's pure Julia. She was confused for Julia Roberts several times. Very well educated, very sincere woman, super beautiful, and she's in the agricultural business. Her dad was an agronomist, and she grew up touching the soil. And she says, my greatest love, my greatest emotion is coming when the tractor starts plowing the land and I pick up this soil with my hands and I'm smelling it. That's the best smell I can imagine. And that's a model looking like. That's a Ukrainian lady, right? Now she's doing green organic products, also commodity trading. She's more into commodity trading now. But I'm like, wow, how can it be like this? If you want to see her, please write your comments. She's a demanding lady. She's super good looking, and she wants a man who wants to have children. Point. That's a deal maker for her. She will not consider men who are over 50 years old, only European style type of face, and wants to have children and ready to come to Ukraine, meet her. So I have such a lady. And another lady that I have met, it was this week, 2 meetings, and they really touched me. A lady who is a dentist, she's 24 years old, top, gorgeous, good-looking, Georgian origin. Mom and dad moved from Georgia to Ukraine. She became a dentist. She moved to Kyiv. Oh, got a question. Thank you, Ken, again. Well, and she is coming to a matchmaker's interview. 170 is not so short. Don't worry, man. Who is John Morris? You are only, yeah. The model farmer is not for you. Yeah, she's tall. But it depends on your attitude and on your personality. Write to me on WhatsApp, send me a couple of your pictures, and I will tell you if you're her style. She didn't say that the lady is 175, at least 177. So yeah, you will be shorter, but depends on your personality and your confidence. Let me see. And this dentist lady is active. She says, I'm alone here. I don't have too many friends. Where do I meet guys? So it's a conscious gesture of a smart woman who's coming for a matchmaker interview, asking how she can meet guys and where she can meet somebody who is her level of education, her level of achievement, her level of ambition, plus she wants to be attracted to the man. She's 24, so she's considering 40 years old for her. She wants to meet a guy who is like 35-ish or so. Okay. Well, since I don't see any sensible comments or questions, I will finish this session. I've shared information about my 2 new women clients. One is looking, the dentist is looking for a young guy up to, let's say, 36, top 37 years of age. The farmer model is looking for guys who's up to 50 who wants to have children. And if this touches you, please let me know. Write me to the comments. And stay subscribed with Marriage by Untitled to know more love stories, to hear good examples about things in relationship that are helpful not only for building international relationship. Hopefully, this content will help you strengthen your love story that already exists between you and the lady you are dating now from your own country, or maybe you're writing to somebody and you learn something from my videos that will help you make it stronger and make your love story possible. And if you need my help, please let me know. Write me a letter, write me a WhatsApp message, and let me know that you exist and you are searching, and I will help you. Absolutely possible. Thank you for watching.